Ready!
Hey everybody, Crins here. Today we're going to be talking about LEGO Horizon Adventure. This game really surprised me. I was expecting your typical LEGO game. You know, the lighthearted collectathon games where you use characters' special abilities to solve puzzles and work your way through levels to unlock more characters. So you can solve more puzzles both by replaying levels and finding them scattered around the hub world. This game tosses most of that in favor of a more action RPG style. Combat is a much bigger focus in this game. There are still multiple playable characters, albeit far fewer at only 4. Although, if we're being completely honest, in the other LEGO games, you're not getting 300 unique characters, you're just getting the same 12 abilities copy and pasted onto 300 characters. Anyway, this game makes up for its lack of characters with plenty of costumes. The levels are pretty basic with some light platforming and puzzle solving in between combat encounters. I say puzzles, but it's really just figuring out how to power on a platform, door, destroy a barrier, etc.
The brave hero came across his next foe. Powered down machinery.
So it is quite the departure from the games developed by TT Games. As much as I love those games, it's nice to see someone try something new with the LEGO IP. So how did they do? I actually really liked it. The environments look amazing, everything is made out of LEGO.
The flames are so pretty.
The isometric view took a little getting used to, and when you're playing couch co-op, it can be a little problematic because you share one screen.
Stop the scratch. Maybe now they...
So if you wander too far from each other, it teleports you back to the other person. Another big change is you can actually fail levels by dying. When you are playing two-player, when one person dies, the other can revive them. But if both people die, it's back to the last checkpoint. And obviously, if you are playing alone and you die, it's back to the checkpoint. With failure being a possibility, they have also added difficulty selection with 5 levels to choose from, varying from the low end where it is near impossible to die to the high end where most machines can end you in a hit or two. I had the most fun on the hardest difficulty, but I enjoy struggling against overwhelming odds and coming out on top. Hell, I even enjoy facing overwhelming odds and failing, because it gives me a chance to improve and try again. I guess what I'm trying to get at is this may appear to be just another cuddly casual game, but it can also kick you in the teeth if that's the type of games you like.
Note to self, I cannot fly.
The only downsides to this are that every time you die, you have to rewatch or skip all cutscenes and conversations that happened since the checkpoint. Plus, you lose all the studs you may have collected. The combat is solid, although I really wish you could move while aiming. You'll be taking on swarms of both machines and cultists.
Turned off for a moment.
I should move.
A lot of machines from Horizon Zero Dawn are here, but sadly, a lot are missing too. You won't be seeing any of the flying machines, rock breakers, behemoths, and plenty of others. Of the ones that do appear, there's still plenty of variety. You start the game as Aloy, and you unlock the other characters as you progress. Aloy's main method of attack is her bow. She's probably the best for targeting machines' weak points. She has a decent rate of fire with less distance the faster you shoot. Aloy and everyone else's damage output is dependent on their level. She gets some decent exclusive weapons, like the spread shot that fires multiple arrows horizontally. The Arrow Storm bow that fires multiple arrows in rapid succession, firing more arrows the longer you charge it, all at the cost of 1 arrow per charge. But you are rooted in place until she fires all the arrows. And she gets the same elemental attacks of fire, ice, and lightning that everyone does. Varl is the first character you will unlock, and his main attack is his spear. His rate of fire is faster than Aloy, with no loss of distance.
Want some more?
Plus, he can hit multiple enemies with one spear throw. He is the same as Aloy when it comes to targeting weakness. Varl also gets my favorite special weapon, the boomerang spear. You throw it, it comes back to you no matter where you are. So if you're good enough, you can take out multiple enemies with one throw.
Oh, don't you?
And he gets the homing spear. You don't have to aim, you just throw it and it finds a target. Tirsa is the next character you unlock, and she throws bombs for her main attack. Her rate of fire is pretty good with the same problem as Aloy. The faster you throw bombs, less distance you get. She can still target weak spots, it just takes a little more effort. She gets some interesting special weapons, like the duck bombs. When you throw a bomb, they will automatically seek out nearby enemies. And if there are no enemies, they will wait until an enemy comes close enough, or explode after a set amount of time. So they are like mobile proximity mines. She also gets shark bombs. They work just like bomb shoes from Zelda. You set them down and they travel forward until they hit something and explode. And last but not least is Erend. His main method of attack is his hammer. He has both a short-range attack and a long-range charge attack. His attacks are slower, but he can stun enemies, so that kind of makes up for it. He can only target weak points that are closer to the ground.
Ah, yeah!
He gets the Earthquake Hammer, which creates pillars of rock that rise from below, creating more pillars the longer you charge it.
Ha! Love that sound.
He also gets the Giant Hammer, a hammer that grows in size and damage output as you collect bricks that you knock off of machines as you attack them. Besides their regular and special weapons, everyone gets access to some pretty great gadgets, like the Boost Boots that allow you to double jump and light anything below you on fire.
Light 'em up! Whoa! Glad I finally nailed tying shoes.
Frost Wave, which freezes anything around you. The Brick Separator, which causes major damage to anything you hit with it.
Empty.
The Flash Boots that teleport you a short distance. The Shellwalker Shield that blocks incoming damage and can reflect all projectiles back at enemies.
Zap, zap, zap.
Gravity Bombs that pull in surrounding enemies before exploding and causing shock damage. Hunter's Decoy, which is a decoy that draws enemy aggression. The Hot Dog Cart, which summons a hot dog vendor that throws exploding hot dogs.
Hot shot. Ha, hello.
The Tripcaster, which lets you lay traps that explode and cause shock damage when the enemy touches them.
One down, one to go. Stay down and rust.
My personal favorite are the Elemental Drones. They are drones that follow you around and attack anything that gets close enough by exploding and causing random elemental damage.
Oh, wish I had another gadget.
On top of all of that, there are environmental hazards that can be used to cause damage.
We're under attack.
Some of them even cause elemental damage.
Nice hit. Woo! You guys.
Haha, take that! So there is plenty to keep the combat from getting stale and repetitive. When you are not fighting machines in the levels, you'll be working to rebuild Mother's Heart, this game's hub. Here you can take on side missions to collect more gold bricks. Gold bricks are used to unlock building plots, costumes, decorations, buildings, and new color schemes for your buildings. You can customize the whole village to your liking. Here you can also purchase upgrades from Elizabeth to increase your chances of survival in the wild. The story is like they took the Cliff Notes for Horizon Zero Dawn and said, make this, but family friendly. It's got lots of the humor you find in all of LEGO Entertainment.
With that ugly red-faced bossy loudmouth for you to stand in the shade? He's behind me, isn't he? Hi, boss. Wasn't talking about you. Completely different ugly red-faced bossy loudmouth.
Overall, I had a lot of fun with this game, and I would recommend it to pretty much anyone that likes any of the other LEGO games, and anyone looking for a good action game. Anyway, that's what I think. What do you think? Do you agree with me? Do you think me a moron? Let me know in the comments. Leave a like and subscribe if you feel so inclined, and I will see you next time. Later.
Move. No! Group hug. Ooh, gravity bombs.